Greetings, fellow traders. Bubba here. It's time for the daily market wrap for Monday, September the 21st, 2020. I hope everybody had a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's check and see where we left off the market here today. So SPX monthly chart forming a bearish engulfing candle. Ruh-roh. So we'll see how that goes. Weekly chart. Okay, so we filled the gap below, and now we got a little bit of a gap above, still to deal with here on the weekly chart. But a lower shadow. But like we said, guys, this Cloud Canyon getting things really volatile, right? Things going. Daily chart tough, right? So big push down and then a big dip buy, and still an open gap above. So we may see that dip bought and then the gap filled, and then we can see if that kind of gives us a wave 2 retrace, maybe hit the 50 EMA. 80 EMA is about to cross over, and then we get another push down on the bottom of the cloud. If that is the case, we can close a little bit stronger to the downside. We may get some more downside activity. In the meantime, it stretches the trend box out as we're still not getting any real confirmation below these levels. Let's take a look at the SPY and see what kind of volume we had today. So it's kind of interesting. So decreased volume from yesterday. It's starting to get up there, starting to inch its way up there a little bit on the dip buy. So we'll see how it goes. We have a strong day tomorrow. We might get a Morningstar reversal, and this whole thing might be over, and we might work our way back up to all-time highs. So let's take a look at the S&P futures and see how those behave today. So pretty good stuff today. There's a couple methods here intraday that were interesting. We were really bouncing between our signal zones this morning. We had that triangle, kind of a half symmetrical triangle here this morning. So we did see that breakdown at the open, right? That gave some opportunities here. We saw a dip buy, back down, a dip buy again. We got short in here, caught a little piece of this right here, which was nice. And then we had another down move right here, and then a crazy dip buy here into the end of the day. This dip buy was interesting because this was a really kind of choppy downward price action right here. It seemed and low volume, and you could tell that the bears were pretty timid right here. And so once the bulls started stepping up and squeezing out these shorts, it just kind of brought it back up here. So we'll see how that goes into tonight's session and what we have in store if we test any of those signal zones above, like at that 33.10 level. So we'll be checking that out tonight, of course, and into tomorrow morning. MES, again, a couple of the key levels right here. I like how we broke out of this geometric level here with some volume and then started working its way back up. So let's see if it bull flags into the after hours session. So where we go from there. Let's stay with the Qs and see how they behave today too. So they were pretty rough at the open. They did break out, another nasty turn back, and then a move up right here, guys. This price action day was very, very tricky, but it's okay, right? As long as you stay safe out there and kind of know what we're up against. So Apple, let's take a look at Apple. IWM, actually, pretty interesting stuff right here, but pretty much like a falling wedge right here into the close, and then just nice and up with the rest of the market right there. So pretty decent there. Apple. Again, big breakout at the closer here. Crazy tick here after hours. A nice close on Apple. A little bit tricky on the daily chart. Nice bounce off the club, but it's coming into a couple of resistance levels right here. Really, tomorrow it's going to be all about follow through, right? And what we have in store tonight. So other than that, Tesla, kind of a big dip buy on this one. Crazy down move on that one and a huge dip buy. So let's see if they can try to push that up into a battery day, and we'll see if they decide to sell the news on that one or not. So we've got that going on there. Other than that, today was like I said, there was only a couple names at the open that were interesting. We pointed out AMD at the open in the group. That gave a nice strong move at the open right here. Nice breakout move right there. Our favorite one going into the open was actually Roku. Roku with a huge breakout this morning, and one of its biggest days in like a very long time. Maybe the biggest day ever. And a big push to all-time high. So it looks bullish, but it still may pause or pull back a little bit for another entry. But this is definitely a huge breakout candle here. So we definitely want to see what type of price action we get tomorrow on Roku. Amazing how this has just been lagging for so long. But the one thing about Roku that was different from some of the other ones is that it was holding its upward trend line, which is pretty cool on Roku. A couple other names of interest. Piton, this is our trade of the week last week. It's getting some nice follow through into this week here, so that's nice. Zoom, again, just great follow through as well. Really impressive stuff there on Zoom as it's approaching all-time highs. Again, this is kind of part of the, a lot of the Corona names, the usual suspects were a little bit weak today, so a lot of the stay-at-home names were looking strong again, like Piton, Zoom. So we had those today. Keep an eye on Nike. It's down a little bit here. We have earnings tomorrow after hours, so maybe they'll try a little bit of an earnings on it. They try to salvage it here at the end of the day, so we'll see how that goes going into earnings there. Nikola, drama name, basically held the 200-day moving average. It was the founder said that he was arrested at the airport by like the FBI or something like that, but that turned out not to be true. So double inside day with a gap down today. It did give a little bit of a push down. initially, right? And then they kind of bought the dip off of that one. So let's see how it goes. See if it kind of comes back and fills this gap right here. If we see any strength in that one tomorrow, we might see that double inside day retested since we gapped below it. And lastly, just kind of keep an eye on Netflix too. So Netflix actually had a pretty decent recovery day. It's coming into the daily cloud right here, but it was pretty strong. So I like how it got back over the 80 MA. Let's see if we can get into that daily cloud and try to work its way back up here to the 500 level. So we're gonna be tracking that one too. So good stuff, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your evening. We'll see you guys at 7:30 Eastern Time. That's our new time for the live stream. So we'll catch you guys then. We'll be continue to talk about our topics for this week, and look forward to seeing you there. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe. See you in the game, and I'll talk to you.